Welcome back to the White Noise Podcast. I'm Ethan, joined by, I don't think I've said this one before, Gavatron.
Hello.
That's surprising.
I know. That's
Unoriginal. Ripped off.
And
Sounds like
as
Megatron.
always, Jacob behind the glass.
Yo.
And today we have a special guest, an old friend, Damian. Welcome to the White Noise Podcast for the first time.
Woo.
Hey guys, thank you for having me.
Let's go.
Hello, hello.
That's crazy.
I know, it really is. This first one,
How's Ohio?
Ohio, like the college?
Yeah.
State.
State.
The football
state
team.
college?
Football team? Yeah, okay. They're good. I mean, they're undefeated right now. I mean,
Ethan, how do we know Damian?
How do we know Damian? Me and Gavatron over here went to high school with Damian, all 4 years of high school.
and played football freshman year because that was the only year I played.
As did I.
And Gavin?
Peasants.
Peasants.
I
Gavin
played 2 years.
Gavin played all 4 years.
I suffered for 4 years.
Gavin played all 4
yeah.
years, but he was only mentally there the 1 year. So
Nice.
I was only there sophomore year mentally.
Oh,
Every other
okay.
year, yeah, I was gone.
Well, because sophomore year, because you guys went undefeated, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Impressive.
What was it? A 9-0 record? 10-0 record?
9-0.
9-0.
It's impressive. What happened senior year?
I don't like to talk about it.
That's funny. Whenever I would talk to anyone, like, "Oh, are you excited for the game today?" They're like, "No, I just want to go home." It's like maybe that's why you guys are losing.
Or it's because we were losing that we had that mindset. Like that Centennial game had me super. I wasn't excited at all for that. So, I was dreading it the week before. We weren't even at the. I was at the game before Centennial game. I'm like, damn, we gotta play Centennial next week. Like,
And Centennial was always playing like top ranked teams, right?
I know, yeah.
They were like, well, when I was playing, like number one in state
Yeah.
every year, or if not, like contending to be.
Suffice to say, it was a shutout.
It's good to hear.
Wow.
Survived.
Actually, I got injured that game.
Oh, okay.
I had a strained bicep from that game.
Wow.
Nice. It's good to hear, Gavin. It's good to hear. I'm glad you're recovering though. And Damon, I'm glad you're here to talk sweet nothings with us today.
Yeah.
And with that being said, Jacob, let's shake and bake. And we're back. Laughing over there, Gavin?
Yeah, Austin's in the corner making funny faces.
Yes, Austin's in studio today. Just
Hi,
just
Austin.
listening to our conversation.
In the background.
Austin, say hi.
Last week we had Lucy in, but she had her AirPods in.
She was
wasn't
not
listening.
disruptive.
But Austin's he just has nothing better to do.
Poor guy.
Hey, well, I kind of invited him, okay? Because,
You invited him?
yeah,
I invited you and you invite him.
I should have told you from the start. Huh?
You brought
Is
us
that-
one.
Is that appropriate? Like, if somebody invites you somewhere and you bring somebody
Well,
else,
it's that's when you ask, like, oh,
Yeah, but
can
if
I
you-
bring my friend?
but if you don't, like, if you just bring them,
It's like if you asked, I would have said yes, but the fact that you didn't, that's what's weird.
yeah.
You know?
But if you look at it, he's your brother, so I thought he would have been like,
Yeah, he was here all day too. In
Yeah.
the studio. He's a janitor here.
I kind of feel bad for the
Cleans
guy.
up. Nobody can hear you. Don't talk.
Stop. We can't hear you with our headphones in. The audience
I
can't
hear
hear
you,
you.
Austin.
Austin, come back.
You don't have to go rolling away.
He's grabbing the whiteboard so he can communicate.
Light a
Nice.
fire in the corner. We'll do smoke signals.
Smoke signals.
In news, I was going to say in other news, but we haven't talked about news. So in news,
Oh, in news, yes.
The sun had a solar storm yesterday.
oh yeah, you want to tell us about it?
Oh, yeah.
A lightning storm
It
in
wasn't
space.
a solar storm. There was like a ton of energy.
Lightning storm in space,
What is it called? Solar flare?
solar flare.
Kind of like that.
Nice.
It happened, well, at the time of everybody else will be hearing this. It's supposed to happen on Tuesday. We're still here, so it wasn't that bad.
Yes.
Continue.
Okay.
Wait, so what, the world was supposed to end?
No, it was just, I don't know. I saw something, it was a doomsday article. It was like, oh my gosh, the world's going to end. And it was just radio frequencies were disrupted. For
Add
a
it to
couple
the
minutes.
list.
Adam.
Just everything that they say.
Well, in other news,
Oh, there you
Also,
go.
there's a total lunar eclipse next month.
oh,
Lunar eclipse.
okay. Remind us when it
No,
it's around the corner.
I'm
Okay.
not going to.
All right. And this has been Science with Gavin. Woo! Space with Gavin.
Space. With
Space. We'll make that a segment.
Gavin. Space with Gavin.
Every week I'll say some
Space
random,
with Gavin.
some random new discovery.
Just like when, I don't know, yeah.
I
I saw a
built
half
this
moon the
house.
other day, if that means anything.
You saw what?
A half moon the other day, if that means anything.
Half moons are cool. but they're not as cool as a full moon. But my personal favorite is the waxing gibbous.
I don't know the difference.
Yeah, I don't know.
So funny they just pulled that out like that. It's like, damn.
I could have told you waxing or what is it? Waning is the other
Waning,
one.
yeah.
Not the subsection of that.
Oh my gosh. All right.
mean,
We
Such
will
an
make,
astrology
I
girl.
kind of like, I want space with Gavin.
What's your sign,
We're
Gavin?
Doing,
I know
we're
you
doing that
know.
every week.
You know.
He
Don't act like you don't
He
know.
don't even
He's
know
a-
his own
he's a
sign, but he knows
Taurus.
space.
I'm not gonna say it.
He's a Taurus,
No, I'm
guys.
not. I'm
You know.
Sagittarius.
No, he's a Taurus.
I'm not.
Everybody listening is like, oh, of course. I
I know. That's
knew
why
it.
it's like
That
I'm gonna
explains
switch it every
everything.
week.
Every
Actually,
week.
I'm a Scorpio. Got you.
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
That's exactly what a Libra would say.
Ah, you got me.
Hey, well, I'm a Libra, so
You got me.
In other news, the Black Panther 2 trailer has been released, and it finally confirmed what
Wakanda
we all
forever,
knew.
right?
Yep. What we all knew is Shuri taking up the mantle of Black Panther. Just want to get your guys' opinion on that and how they've handled the whole Chadwick Boseman passing and Black Panther
Sad.
2, and what are your guys' thoughts on that?
wait. So the main character is a lady, right? The one.
Yeah, it's the girl that played his sister in the first one.
Oh, the sister.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other one, the
No.
protector with the spear.
Well,
The bald lady.
No.
Yeah, the bald lady.
The almost
Gavin's-
Viola Davis.
Gavin's love of his life.
Denai
I don't remember her name.
Greer?
Yeah, something like that.
She's very pretty.
Okay.
Very
Did they,
pretty.
before Chadwick
talented actress.
Boseman's unfortunate passing, did they have plans for him to be in the movie? Or
Yes. Well, here's the thing.
Sure.
Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel, found out the same time everyone else did.
Like, yeah.
However, Ryan Coogler, the director and writer of Black Panther 1, he knew that Chadwick Boseman wasn't going to be in Black Panther 2. So when he was writing Black Panther 2, he knew Chadwick wasn't going to be in it.
So he
So-
was prepping for it.
So yeah, he was aware of that at the time. And I think,
Damn.
yeah.
That's oh my. You didn't tell anybody?
But I
Like,
thought he
Chadwick
didn't really tell
confided in
anybody.
him.
You can't tell someone another person's business.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Chadwick confided in him.
That's rough.
Crying, writing the script.
So,
for
so
Wakanda
it kind
Forever.
of it
Yeah.
makes me think like, oh, maybe Chadwick had input on.
I mean-
on the
The movie.
writing and how the direction it was going to go with him gone.
I
Had
don't
some
think you can
input.
call it Black Panther 2.
That's what it is.
Well-
What's Wakanda Forever? That's what it's called.
Black Panther 2. Well, because Black Panther is
Is it
a
called
mantle.
Black Panther 2?
It's
Like Captain America
it's
title.
so it's just going on to the heir to the throne.
I think just Marvel movies and shows are just convoluted now.
No, yeah, I 100% agree. We talk about it every week where Marvel is just mid now.
To be fair,
like-
this wasn't their fault.
Well, yes,
No.
this
To be
was
fair.
not their fault.
To be fair,
Well, yeah, because like Iron Man going away.
Well, yeah, it's a whole different phase.
Like, when does
we
it
talk
end?
about it almost every week. Exactly. I saw
that's
something.
the neat part. It doesn't.
Like 20 years from now, we're going to be talking about like, oh,
Well,
Iron
just like the
Man.
Fast and the Furious movies, they keep
Spider-Man
going on.
47.
Yeah, but everyone knows those are like
2049.
guilty pleasures now. With I was going to put this in here, but I didn't, so I'm bringing it up now. I saw something that said the X-Men / mutants won't be in the MCU till Phase 6 or 7,
Oh,
and Marvel's currently on Phase 4 right now.
So we still got like
So it's just you're planning for Phase 7. That's a long ways away, and it's just
like years.
it's like we said, they're just
It'll be
dragging.
60 by the time they come out.
They're just dragging it along.
Their audience isn't even born yet.
Exactly.
I haven't seen the trailer for Wakanda Forever, but I did hear that Namor was finally revealed.
Yeah, well,
Soccer
his,
player?
his back was revealed in the first trailer.
Oh, I haven't seen any of the trailers.
Oh.
I just saw Namor.
I didn't watch the second trailer, but I have seen stills from it.
Sounds
but-
cool.
That's Black Panther. Tonight,
Tonight.
the newest is Wednesday night that we were recording this. The newest episode of She-Hulk comes out, where Daredevil will finally make his appearance.
Like midnight, like tonight?
Yeah.
Like
Like 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yes. So, in Entertainment Tonight released like his appearance, like his introduction. And it's my boy Charlie Cox, and he's back.
Are you going to watch it?
I'll watch the clips he's in.
So you're not going to like watch
I'm not gonna watch the show.
You're not going to watch the whole episode?
Why would I watch the whole episode?
Oh, that's true.
Well, how's the She-Hulk? I've been seeing about it, but I have not watched one episode.
It's a
It's a mixed bag.
mixed bag, depending on
You have
who you
people
ask.
that like it. You have people that don't like it.
It's definitely very different from anything Marvel's ever done.
Correct.
so you can take that any way you want it. But it has a very specific target audience, and we're not the target audience.
What is it targeting though? On your opinion, on your guys' opinion?
Not us.
Ultimately, like a lot of other shows and movies, you have to watch it for yourself to see if you like it.
Okay.
Yeah, and so Daredevil, it showed his appearance. It only showed a little bit of him, but it did show him like moving around. He does look more comic book accurate with like his acrobatics in this show than in the Netflix show. So that looks promising. I don't know how I'll feel
I've seen
about
a
that.
little bit of Daredevil. He's like,
Love that show.
what is he again? He's blind?
He's blind. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
he's blind, and all his other senses are turned to like 11.
So you can hear your age,
he can hear your heartbeat.
and then
Yeah,
from there
he
you
has
can
all those
decipher
He
how
can
old
smell
you
what
are.
you ate for
Yeah.
lunch. That kind of stuff.
Stupid.
Because I remember seeing a
Might as
scene.
well just be able to see.
Because I remember seeing a scene that my mom was watching. He was like able to throw like anything at some dude that he was trying to kill, and I'm just like, wow.
Oh, that was actually Bullseye in season 3, wearing Daredevil's outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good lord.
Well, and then that's the thing
He's a
because
good
wasn't he fighting him too though?
Yeah, he was fighting him.
Yeah.
They were just like chucking stuff.
Yeah.
Spoiler,
Okay.
haven't seen it yet.
All right. Came out in 2018. Got the
So,
program. Bye, Austin.
Bye.
I honestly, is he gonna call us
Hope
now?
you find your dad. But yeah, so I don't know when he'll appear in the show. He'll probably appear at the end of the episode. So he really won't be in it till next week. But it's just it's good to finally have him back, you know. And then he's getting his own show, which we've discussed before. He'll be in the show Echo, which Echo is in Hawkeye. See, there's just so much going on with Marvel, and it's like there's so much to keep up with. And for people who only like, there's a Marvel movie out, let's go watch it. It's
And then you gotta,
how
like,
much you
see
need to
all the
follow
shows.
along with the
Yeah.
shows.
Because I know about like what show was it that my brother was watching? I think it was WandaVision.
Yeah, that's the only Disney Plus Marvel show I've seen is WandaVision. That was one of the first ones,
Yeah.
and it was good. I liked it, but it shows a lot of Wanda's development. That if you didn't watch WandaVision, you won't really know what she's getting into when you watch like the Doctor Strange movie, which I still haven't seen.
The Doctor Strange, where she pops up in it, yeah.
And then this leads me to just another announcement. So when the first slate of Disney Plus shows was announced for Marvel, Armor Wars was on that list, but it was never given like a release date. And Armor Wars is War Machine, Don Cheadle's War Machine, like Disney Plus show. And that's just, it's still happening, it's still happening, it's still happening. And like nobody ever got any information on it. I don't think it was written or anything. But now it has just been announced that it is being turned into a movie. So we will get a War Machine movie.
Interesting.
Oh, Armor Wars. I was reading about that.
Thanks for joining, Gavin.
I was looking at it. I was gonna say something for my little segment, but making sure.
Your space segment?
Gavin and space.
No, not space segment. I was
Okay.
gonna talk about Rings of Power for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Rings of-
Well, yeah, it was that. So War Machine Armor Wars is being turned into a movie, which just because, I don't know. It just depends on the direction they take it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be better as a movie than as a Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
I
Just
agree.
because he is
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
War
He's not
Machine,
Iron
he's
Man.
with the arm that comes off, right? If I'm being
That's Winter Soldier.
okay. Then who's War Machine?
War
then?
Machine's Iron Man's best friend.
Arm
Bucky.
that comes off.
Yeah, Bucky's
Bucky,
Winter Soldier.
right?
Yeah, Bucky.
talking about Winter
Because
Soldier?
there's like to me, like I only see the movies.
Yeah.
I don't really see all the shows, so I'm just like I'm confused on the
Well,
characters.
War
names.
Machine's Iron Man's best friend.
Rhodey. That was
Rhodey.
his name. Rhodey.
Oh, okay.
Military guy.
Don
Yeah,
Cheadle.
yeah, okay.
Terrence Howard, if
The
you're
one
feeling
that
nostalgic.
took on that
Yeah.
one movie that took over.
Next
as
time.
Captain America now.
Yeah, so that'll be a movie now. We'll see how that does. Did we talk about Blade last week? Yeah, we
I
did.
think we did.
All right, so Blade's happening, but it's struggling to happen. So that's unfortunate.
Rough.
But that's Marvel. That's our weekly Marvel update for you. It's rough. It's I feel like we rarely have anything positive to say about it.
Who knows? Armor Wars may be cool as hell.
Maybe the best Iron Man movie.
If that's, I gotta stop you right there. Maybe the second best, but nothing will ever be better than the
I
first.
long for the day that something comes out for me to watch Marvel shows or movies.
Yeah.
But if to me, like from the sounding of Marvel now, it sounds like it's just like Fast and Furious now. Like how people just say it. Fast and Furious just continue
9,
for so
10,
on.
11.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, oh, it's still going.
Yeah.
That's your whole mindset. They're still doing
Yeah,
stuff.
they're coming
Pirates
out with
of the
Pepper Potts show. Let's go.
Let's go.
Is that a thing?
It might be.
In the
okay.
phase 12, yeah. I mean,
It was a joke, but is that a real thing?
I would not be surprised considering what is Rescue? Is her comic?
Rescue's her name, yeah.
Honestly, I'd be hyped to see it. Because anything with more Iron Man in it, anything with more Iron Man.
No, yeah. So Marvel, and I think I don't know if I don't have the numbers pulled up right now, but from ever since Endgame, the Marvel movies haven't been performing the same that they were before Endgame.
Yeah.
Like, with the exception of Spider-Man,
Yeah.
just because that was this huge spectacle, and I think it's the last Marvel movie I saw in theaters. But then Doctor Strange, Thor: Love and Thunder was the lowest.
Flop.
That was the last one.
The
I
lowest
saw.
recording Thor movie, and that's Thor: The Dark World exists. So how does
Didn't
Love
even
and
see
Thunder?
it.
I didn't see it either.
I heard a ton of kids at school today talking about that movie, and all I heard was, "Man, that movie sucked." Like, oh, that movie was terrible. I even heard people. Well, then again, it was also bunched together with people that were saying that Ragnarok was also trash, which I agreed to an extent, but I definitely liked Ragnarok way better than
Ragnarok was a better movie, but
Oh, yeah.
I think it gets a lot of praise more than it deserves.
Thor 1, in my opinion, was still the best one.
I respect that.
Or just Thor.
Marvel, I feel like they should do more animated stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like-
but then we're getting What If. And
How was What If? I didn't watch that either, but I mean,
I didn't
like,
watch it either.
you had like 2 or 3 episodes that were like good, or you had one episode that was like good, 2 that were like, okay. Everything else was just, you didn't have to watch those. It was bad. And on top of that,
Well, I
the
feel like-
animation is just horrible. I
Yeah.
don't like the definition they took for the animation. It's like a blend of like Spider-Verse mixed with like CGI, and it looks so like Thanos. Like you've seen what Thanos looks like. He looks so
Amazing.
haunting
Yeah.
in that show. They
I
all
can
do.
imagine how long that took to do that, though.
I know. I did hear that Marvel Zombies is becoming a thing. That's going to be the first rated M TV show for Marvel.
Rated
That's
M.
going to be rated R.
Oh,
my bad.
sounds so
Oh.
new to me.
I'm too much.
Yeah.
I'm too used to video games. That's going to be its actual own animated TV show. So, which, despite that being the whole flair to What If, was to be like, oh my gosh, it's Marvel Zombies. That episode actually was kind of mid.
You know what I would be fine with Marvel doing?
So
Just standalone stuff. Oh, make a movie about this character. Don't
It's
even
not
connect to
connected,
anything.
yeah.
Exactly. Like that's what just
so
DC's
do
done.
what they
Or
did at the beginning of Phase 1.
an animated movie. There was always those hints. And
Yeah,
stuff
but it
that
wasn't.
connected.
It was
No.
nowhere near as severe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't so just do a movie. It's not connected.
Yeah, like Captain America had Tony Stark's dad was in it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hey, that's cool. Not like, oh my god,
Yeah.
where's he going to be next?
What's
Like,
the
oh my
multiverse
God.
on this?
Yeah,
then
exactly.
And then the post credit scene is the Avengers post credit scene.
They're just eating.
So, no, it's
Oh.
the post credit scene leads up to the Avengers. There you go.
I
That's what
did like that. Every post-credit scene kind of like hinted at the next movie.
Yeah.
But recently, like especially with Love and Thunders, I don't like. I'm still waiting for Adam Warlock from Guardians of the Galaxy.
He'll be in
Season
Guardians
2.
3.
I know, but I mean, it was just like, how long ago was that?
It's 2017.
That was so long.
5 years ago.
Wow.
I don't feel like they're doing that anymore. Like even with Shang-Chi and Eternals,
Well, like
they kind of just do
post-
random things.
The post credit scenes are always split up into two. Just something stupid and goofy for a laugh, and something that's like a little breadcrumb of what comes next, but they don't even know what comes next because they're still writing it or something. And that's it. That's Marvel for you. Again.
Yeah.
But onto other Disney Plus or other series updates, including the Disney Plus show Andor.
Yo.
Jacob, you said you had something to say about that.
Yeah. So, I've watched 4 episodes of Andor. The 5th one came out at midnight today, like Wednesday midnight. So I didn't get to watch it yet. I was at work all day. But so far, really liking the show. It's the tone is probably my favorite thing because it's different and it's not trying to be super fan servicey like Kenobi was. Trash.
It's unfortunate.
But the cool part about one of the most recent episodes, episode 4, was that they put hints of Star Killer in there.
Oh,
It's a
I
video
saw
game
that,
of Force
yeah.
Unleashed.
Thought he was not canon anymore.
Yeah, he was considered not canon.
Oh.
But like his armor was in the background of one of like the episodes, like in the like a
Antique
collectible
shop,
shop.
Like the Darth Star Killer? Or-
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's cool.
So like very clearly shown, and like that you can't really mistake it for anything else. So that was really cool. I don't think it means anything huge. Like, oh my god, Star Killer TV show coming. Like, I'm not going that far, but it's just cool to see it.
That would be a good decision. I don't like doing that.
What I think it could lead
Exactly.
to at like the most is enough people seeing it and making enough noise for it to eventually turn into something.
Guess.
Well, the thing is,
maybe,
a Star
but-
Killer already is huge. So I mean, even if we go to the sequels,
Okay, he's
Star Killer base.
he's huge, not in the sense of like everybody knows about him. Do you know who Star Killer is, Damian?
No, I do
Exactly.
not know.
Like, so
You know who Ahsoka is, Damian?
So good. No.
Ahsoka.
So good.
See? Why you putting me
Damian,
up? Ahsoka is
do you
way
wa-
more
do you-
known than
Damien,
Star
do you
Killer
watch
is.
do you watch Star Wars?
No, I
All
haven't.
right, well, this was a bad
We're
example.
fine.
Whatever. Agree to disagree.
I've only
Gavin.
played the game of Star Wars, and that's
That's
it.
not. Ahsoka just got her own TV show announced and stuff. That's not fair.
It's not out yet though.
Go
so
back
it's
to like 6
fine.
years ago and then ask the same question.
Of who's
What are you
Ahsoka
looking at?
is.
Yes, I'll invent a time machine. for that.
Go back 6 years.
All right. Well, so Andor's good.
Very good.
Very
I
promising
like
show.
it. It's the actual plot has been slower, which I think is probably a good thing, but I feel like it's building up now in these last 2 episodes. Haven't seen the recent one. But Mommy Mothma, Mon Mothma is in it.
Huh? What was her name?
Okay.
Say that one more time.
So like seeing the political side of like she has like the disagreements with like her husband's an imperial officer or like a senator who's like deep in there with like the whole like dinner plans and conflict of interest with Mon Mothma as, you know, her duties as a senator. So it's cool to see that aspect. It's like they barely dipped into that in the most recent episode that I've seen. So I will watch the newest one, and I'll give you another update.
All
As
right.
usual.
I like that. I like to hear that.
But so far, so good.
Speaking of updates, Gavin still has not watched Rings of Power.
Not the whole series.
But here's
That
an
tells me everything I need to know.
But here's an update on that, Gavin.
So we have episodes. We have episode 7 coming out this week, and then I think next week is the last episode, episode 8.
Yeah.
So we're gonna run into the Andor problem where I'm not gonna be able to watch the final episode when we film again. So in 2 weeks, look for my review.
Nice.
It'll probably be like a minute long of me going, it was okay.
Let's go.
I will try
That's
to.
best case scenario.
So what I did with episode 1 is that I watched it and then I rewatched it and took notes. That way I could like
took notes.
try.
Wow.
I'm
She
was really
trying.
writing
I'm
stuff.
trying to make it to where it's not just a I didn't like it or just something like that.
Yeah,
So trying to make it a little bit more analytical, I
Into
guess.
details.
I like.
Yeah.
Good.
I respect that.
Good for you.
I respect
you.
that.
But I will also try to keep it brief because I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think anybody that listens to this really watched it.
Well,
Nah.
that's why they need your input on it, Gavin. Do they?
I'm willing to go on like a 2-hour rant on this on this show if you
No,
want
you're
me
not.
to.
There's not enough.
Probably
Wow.
not. No,
There's
I'm
not
not.
enough stuff in the show to talk
You like
about.
Lord of the Rings, Damian?
Lord of the Rings. Like with the creepy dude.
Which one? Which one?
Creepy dude? Gollum?
Creepy.
I mean, I haven't really.
What do you like, Damien?
Honestly, I just
What's your
Watch
favorite
movies?
more of just the movies, the main things, and sports. That's all it is, and shoes.
Sports. Oh,
So,
we haven't talked.
sports.
We don't have sports on the docket.
Well, we can
this
talk
week.
sports now.
Might as well.
Let's get into sports.
Sports.
Aaron Judge hit his 62nd home run
run.
the
Yeah.
other day.
I heard and saw that his ball could be worth up to $2 million
Jeez.
if the guy wants to sell it.
God.
Why wouldn't you? $2
But
million?
because Aaron Judge is asking for it back, but he said that he can keep it if he wants to keep it because he said that he caught it.
Yeah.
It's his ball
Kinda
now,
part of it.
technically. So he's like he can either keep it or give it back to Judge, or just get the $2 million.
I'm taking the $2 million.
But if you look at it though, you can ask him for season tickets for life to trade it in.
No, you'll hit another home run. Don't worry.
About the 63rd. Now mine's gonna be worthless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll hit another one.
Because I mean, I think the last game was today or it's tomorrow. Because I know playoffs start Friday.
Yeah.
For like the eliminations to see
Yeah.
how it all goes. So He could possibly hit another one.
Sorry, but sell it.
Wild.
Why do these pitchers keep throwing it to him like that?
I know.
I mean, he's just crushing
didn't
the
he
ball.
get walked like what 5 times in a row, like during a stretch when he was trying to break the record or
I
tie
think,
it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They didn't want to, and they just walked him.
I mean, and when you see a pitch and you hit it, you just pray that it's a home run, and
Yeah.
look what happened.
I know.
Broke the
I
record.
think I was talking with Paul because he's the only baseball guy I know.
And
Like,
he's a
what was
Yankees
that?
fan.
What was that pitcher thinking? Like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw it to him.
If you look at it, though, I mean, he could get credit for it too.
I guess, yeah. Like
In a
he
good
threw
way.
The pitch,
Yeah.
He can be like, I was there for history.
maybe.
You'll be in the
That's
history
true.
books. Who holds the record
I feel like
for it?
baseball fans, or I mean, just baseball in general, is more about the history than other sports.
The culture of it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Like the Dodgers, I'm a Dodgers fan. They have they have over 110 wins, and that's like the 4th major league team to ever do that.
Wow. I didn't even know that. See?
Yeah. So they can also possibly, they're playing, I think, tonight,
So
and
could they
could
break
possibly
that record?
they could break it and be
so
like,
people in that place would be going wild.
well, not break
Like,
it, but that would be their breaking franchise record. I mean, as of right now, they're on their franchise record of breaking.
That's
it.
crazy.
So I keep up with
Baseball.
it a little bit.
I barely keep up with baseball.
And then
Yeah,
I was
don't
like-
have much
oh, because
incentive.
I mean, if you
Diamondbacks
guys are
fan.
D-backs fans, then that's the reason why.
Maybe in like 2 or 3 years. When
Yeah, they're
good.
looking better.
They
They're-
are.
They're improving.
They really
it's
are.
Just they're in a really tough division.
It is a tough division
with the Dodgers, you
with
know,
the-
with the Padres as
Franchise
well.
record.
Dodgers and Padres.
I mean,
yeah.
but the only thing that sucks about the D-backs in Arizona in general is the money. We don't have enough money to bring in good players.
There's no cap in baseball, is there?
I think there is, but it's just if you can afford the player
Yikes.
and give them the money. Like
That's
right now, I went to like 5 games this past month of the D-backs, and they have a pretty young, solid squad on the way. So,
That's what I've liked.
like all around our age, basically,
I know.
which is
sad.
crazy. to
Or
think of.
younger.
Or younger.
My life is sad.
Yeah.
With you saying that.
I think I went to the D-backs and Dodgers game, the last one here, and I think the person that hit the home run was like to win the game because it was extra innings. I think he was like 25, 26 years old.
Jeez.
Paul just found out that Patrick Mahomes is his age, and he's like, damn.
I know.
Oh, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's players out there that are 22, 23,
I know.
and it's like, I'm over here working 2 jobs, and it's like, I wish I could be a millionaire like those guy right there.
Yeah, like every year, like the NFL draft, when the rookies come in, I like see them on TV, they're like 6'5", 240 pounds. I'm like, that guy's 4 years younger than me, huh?
Yeah, hey,
That's crazy.
it's crazy, man. To think about that, just thinking about that.
I blame my genetics. Thanks, Dad.
In NFL news, any exciting games this weekend that you guys saw?
This
Ravens, Bills?
weekend,
See that game?
I did see that
Ravens,
game.
Bills.
Did they win?
No.
The Bills. Did they win?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Because you're a Ravens
Gavin's
fan.
a Ravens fan.
He's a Ravens
Paul's a Bills fan.
Wow.
This man showed up when we went to film something in a Bills shirt and a hat.
I would have done the same
watching
thing.
the
I would have
game.
done the
He
same
wore
thing
that
too.
He wore that watching the game.
Fuck, dude.
You have to rep your team. It's like your team's gonna win. What are you gonna do?
Do you hate Harbaugh even more for not kicking the field goal? 'Cause that's the big talk of like, why didn't you kick the field goal?
That's
I'm
been a big
ballsy.
You have you have a kicker who supposedly they say during practice can hit like 70-yard field goals.
Justin Tucker
Justin Tucker, one of the best.
Yeah, I'm
holds
just
the
like,
record for longest field goals.
Yes,
Yep,
I know.
Correct.
My only gripe is it's like, why don't we use him? Well, like, is Tucker just get stage fright? I don't want to kick, so Harbaugh's like, okay, he doesn't feel like kicking. Let's throw the ball. Let's go for the 2-pointer. Like, I don't know. Like against the Rams last year, it would have been like a 65-yard field goal to win the game, but I have no doubt in my mind Tucker could have made it. I think it was probably closer to 70 yards, but no doubt in my mind.
Here's the thing about you, though, Gavin.
We have to make it to the 50 and we win.
Here's the thing about you. You say all that. Then Tucker goes out, kicks the field goal, misses, and then you drop him. You hate him. You say
No,
he's
I
the
won't.
worst cut.
Tucker,
That's your mentality.
I would never drop Tucker. Tucker could miss every single field goal for the rest of his career. I would not drop him.
Joe
you'd be
Flacco is
stupid.
an elite quarterback,
I do believe so.
Joe Flacco.
according to Gavin.
I like
Joe
Joe
Flacco.
The Jets' backup quarterback?
It's cool.
He's
And
cool.
DJT.
It's got a ring. It's whatever. good enough for me.
Joe Flacco was
We
pretty
win.
good.
He was pretty good. Thank
He
you.
was pretty good.
Thank you, Damian. Thank you.
I can't be biased. I'm a Cardinals fan. You
was
got you got to
okay.
admit, you know.
He was the Jimmy Garoppolo of the time.
No,
He
he
was.
No,
He
he
actually
was not.
He just
I
didn't
know.
make
No.
mistakes.
No.
He just did just enough to be
No,
okay, and his
nope,
defense won
nope,
everything.
Nope, I do not agree.
Yes, I agree with you, Jacob. I agree
The
with you on
defense
that
was
one.
very good, and that enabled them to
With
get
Terrell
that far.
Suggs.
One of the best of all time.
Yeah.
with Terrell Suggs and Ray Lewis.
And
at
Joe Flacco
linebacker.
was just fine.
He was
Joe
just there.
Flacco was not a Garoppolo.
He was
He
just
no,
fine.
no.
Jimmy Garoppolo's been to the Super Bowl 2 out of 5 years.
Yes, he has because his defense,
No.
Exactly. He's just not good enough to win it for them.
and then not just that,
And their
having,
defense isn't good enough to win it.
having that player Debo Samuel, that's an all-around good player for him.
Mhm.
Works out for Jimmy G.
Yeah, Gavin. Gavin's also a Jags fan.
The Jaguars.
How was that game?
Jaguars.
Trevor Lawrence is elite. He's way better than Joe Flacco.
I think, what was it? Lawrence gave up 5 turnovers,
Damn.
and they lost by like 1 possession. So it's like, had they not done that, the Jags probably would have won that game.
Didn't
Oh,
he
against
play,
the
like,
Eagles, huh?
amazing
Eagles, yeah.
2 weeks ago too?
Yes, the game that they won against the Chargers.
I didn't know. I just found out this week that Justin Fields is like the worst quarterback in the league right now, like according to numbers.
Yeah, according to numbers,
And
yes.
everyone was hyping him up when
Last
week
year.
1, yeah.
Last year and
When they
this
beat
year.
the Niners?
Yeah. I was like, that was a horrible game. Why are you
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He came from Ohio State. He was a good quarterback, but a lot of quarterbacks from Ohio State just end up falling. And
I
it's
want
a
him to
sad.
be good,
It's a
but-
sad story.
Oh,
It's
well.
it's really sad to hear that.
I want Josh Rosen to be good.
Oh my gosh, Josh Rosen! Don't even bring that guy up, man.
What's he doing now?
I think he's out of the
I
league.
think he's a practice squad player.
I thought he was like backup for the Browns or something. Last I heard.
I
think
don't
last
know
I-
if he still is.
I think last I heard he was on a practice squad.
He might be.
The Dolphins, I think.
Or Dolphins.
That's
Oh,
the last I
practice
heard
squad?
he was at.
The next. I just looked at the next games. I think both my teams have a good shot.
Yep, he's currently on the Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. As a
Wow.
practice squad or on the roster?
It does not say.
I assure you, when Deshaun Watson comes back, he's gone.
After his, 11, 12 game suspension?
Yeah, I think it's 11.
Oh, they cut him. All right, never mind.
Oh, he's cut. See? There you go.
Wait, so who do your teams play next week? Or this Sunday?
The Jags play the Texans at home.
Okay.
Jacksonville.
Okay,
Easy
that's
dub.
that's a W.
And then the Ravens play the Bengals in Baltimore.
Easy dub.
Well,
I
doesn't
say the Bengals
Baltimore's
on
lost
that
the last
one.
7 of their home games.
Joey Burr.
With Jamar
Barely.
Chase.
Like, barely lost. This is
That's the Ravens barely lose all the time, and it's very unfortunate.
Just like
Unlike the
Just
Cardinals,
like Arizona.
like, what's the Cardinals' home record right now?
Right now they're
I
terrible
think they're on
at
a
home.
7-game losing streak.
They are 7 or 8, one or the other.
At
Yeah.
home. Now they're going against
At
the
home.
undefeated Eagles.
Yeah.
Yes,
no. The Eagles suck. Okay, the Eagles suck. I have no doubt in my mind. You guys win.
they do suck.
You have
'Cause
no
if you-
doubt in your
if you
mind.
No
look at
doubt
the-
in my mind.
He
Cardinals
might be onto something. Because.
mark it down now. Cardinals win.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
actually- I
on you
wanna
on
hear
that
this. I
one.
wanna
Get
hear
it
So
on.
Monday Night Football, they have the Manning cast, Peyton and Eli Manning. They do
The
their
curse.
little show.
Cardinals win
curse.
right there.
7 out of.
Wait, it's on Monday night? The game's on Monday?
Oh,
Oh.
can you
No,
listen
they-
to what I'm saying? Listen
He
to
said-
what I'm
He
saying.
Gavin
said
was
a
an idiot.
Manning cast on Mondays.
Gavin-
Is what they do.
Gavin was an idiot, though.
There's a curse associated to this. Listen,
Yeah.
on
Yep.
Monday Night Football, Peyton Manning and Eli Manning have their own commentary
Yeah.
about the game, and they bring on guests. 6 out of the last 7 guests who are players that have been on there have gone on to lose their next game.
Except for one of them.
Who was the one? That's what I want to know.
I don't know the exact one, but Jalen Hurts was just on the Manning cast this
Yeah.
past Monday.
So
Let's
it
go.
could be a sign.
So Gavin might be right. I don't
But
know.
at the same time, Eagles haven't played a good team.
and at the same time, the Cardinals are not a good team either. So.
Yes, I'm on you on that one. Like what we said, me and my family say, we say Cardinals play as good as the team they're playing. If
That's a
the
good
team's
point.
playing good, they play good. If a team plays terrible, we play terrible.
Yep,
Unless you're the Browns.
they didn't play good against the Chiefs though. So
Oh yeah, no, that's Patrick Mahomes is a whole different story. It's
Especially week 1, Patrick Mahomes. Oh, my
just-
God.
oh my gosh.
wild. Not.
Well,
an
did you guys see his
interception
game?
thrown.
Yeah.
Did you guys see his
Ever?
game when
In
they
week
played
1?
Monday? Was it Monday they played?
Yeah,
Monday
they,
night?
They weren't great
The
until
Chiefs?
the end.
They
Chiefs
play
or-
against the
Chiefs,
Bucks.
yeah.
Chiefs against the Bucks?
Yeah, but did you see his Mahomes touchdown though with Clyde Edwards?
Oh,
Oh
when
my-
he was like
yeah.
flipping it, running around.
Yeah, and he just stopped at like the
Oh,
marker
yeah.
and he just said float it over and right to his running back for a touchdown.
He's insane. He's on my
Well, he's
fantasy team, so
He's
Oh.
he's great.
I
He
wish
was,
I picked him.
he was a collegiate football
Star.
player. Basketball player, baseball player.
Jeez.
I mean,
Bo Jackson.
he chose the NFL at the end, and it's
Well, just like
turned out
Kyler Murray,
well for him,
but Kyler Murray can't do that.
unfortunately.
What do you
We'll
guys
see.
think about Kyler Murray?
I think he stepped up this season compared to last season, in a way, a bit.
I don't want to say the coach is holding him back,
But the coach,
because I can't say that for sure. I don't know. But
But the coach is holding him back.
But if
I
you
don't
look
hate him.
at, like Kyler or the coach.
Kyler.
I don't either.
I don't hate either of them. But I'm just, I don't know what the issue
I
is.
think
If I'm gonna be honest,
Like last year, they were the best team in the league.
yeah, until we lost to the Packers, and then from there just all downhill.
Then it was like a curse was put upon them.
But if you look at it though, they saw our film. For me, I still think Cliff plays college ball with these short little routes, sweet little trickery plays. And it's
Exactly.
like why?
I think
So does a different coach make Kyler look better?
I think
I don't know.
what Cliff does, in my opinion, is he puts way too much on Kyler. He's like, "Oh, Kyler is this god
Great
of
of
a
a player,
quarterback. Let's just give it all to him. Let's have him prove it." It's like just have him do what he needs to do.
But if you look at it though, in the preseason, Kyler coached a little bit
Yeah,
and did some
calling
great plays.
Yeah, I saw that.
Way better than what Cliff was doing.
Yeah,
So if you say, like Kyler call a couple of plays, maybe he can do some good stuff and do some damage.
To be fair, though, it was preseason.
It is, but still, like
to be fair, it's Cardinals.
Wasn't that against the Texans or something? What team was that against?
it was like
against the
I think it
Ravens.
was a whole preseason he did it. like whole second half he was doing it.
What's the Ravens' record for preseason? What is it again? Like
It's
27 straight
it's
wins?
Preseason though.
Cringe.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You're right. Doesn't matter.
He bets on preseason games.
Oh my gosh.
I only bet on one of them. It was the Jags and the Raiders game.
Did you win?
Oh.
The Raiders got their first win this Sunday too.
They did against
Go.
They're 1-3.
who was that? Who they play? Broncos?
They played the Broncos. That was such an ugly game.
Dude, the
Russell Wilson
Broncos looked
Russell Wilson
bad.
with the Broncos is not
Yeah.
looking good.
I thought they were going to be one of the best ones.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is the AFC West was supposed to be this powerhouse, and it's just
Yeah.
Chargers are out here getting beat by Trevor Law.
But
Wild.
comparing to that, Geno Smith and Russell's stats, Geno's
yeah,
killing it.
Geno looks good.
Who would have thought Geno Smith in Seattle?
I think what's a funny stat to me is the highest scoring offense in the league is the Detroit Lions.
They also have the most.
Well,
I know.
because
Those
of
are the most
last
points
week.
allowed.
Because of last
So
week.
they're number one, and they're also number 32. So that's why their record is what, 1-3.
I think so.
That's funny. Just tighten up the defense a little bit, and then they're winning.
But have you guys like seen these things that they do for some of the teams? It's called Hard Knocks,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they did it for Detroit for the off season
It's coming to the Cardinals in November
or during the season.
during
So
in season.
we'll see how that goes. Right now, it's not
gonna be
looking
right around
too
the bye
good.
week, guys.
Dude, I know.
Oh gosh.
Not looking too good.
DeAndre Hopkins will be back. It's fine.
That's
Right
what
now
I'm
we're
saying.
1-3.
Once DeAndre Hopkins comes back, even if he doesn't like perform like prime time DeAndre Hopkins, he's still DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to get that attention,
Yeah.
which will open up opportunities
With
for everyone
having
else.
Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood.
Everything okay over there, Gav?
Yes. I can't fucking believe we gave for what was it, like a third round draft pick, fifth
You
round
got
draft
Indy
pick?
Isabella on your practice squad now, though.
He's
Oh.
on the practice squad?
Yeah, just
Today.
today.
Antoine West.
Literally after hours, he was released. I saw Ravens sign Andy Isabella.
Yep.
It's NFC West is still anyone's game.
Yeah,
It
all
was
two-
all-
they're
two-
all
it is
they're
all
all
tied up.
2-2-2, yeah.
And the Jags are at the top of their division. Let's go. It's a good day.
I think the 49ers are
Ride that high
clearly
forever.
number one. Rams look much worse than I
They
thought
do.
they'd be.
So do
People
the
are talking
Bengals.
about Jalen Ramsey's not being himself anymore.
He's never been himself. He's overrated.
Oh my! Thank you. What
Like,
about you, Jacob?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Okay.
I'm not going to let my personal opinion of him get in the way of my analysis of him as a player, so yes.
Like, what was it? 2 years
Well,
ago,
it's
he was saying everything about every quarterback. You're trash. You
Well,
can't.
look at his
throw."
performance
Yeah,
in the
cringe.
Super Bowl. He
He got burnt.
Yeah.
I was say, didn't he allow a touchdown to happen?
Who close?
Stephon Diggs waxed him in week 1,
Yes.
so whatever.
And Jalen Ramsey to me does a lot of PIs,
He's a physical player, so
which is
naturally.
good, but he gets away with it.
Tom Brady's getting divorced, guys. guys hear about that?
Oh, is he really?
I thought the most for sure thing in the NFC West would be Seattle is bad. But now I don't even know
It's
about
unfortunate.
them.
Yeah, Geno Smith
Geno
is doing good with DK Metcalf now putting up numbers because last year he didn't do nothing with Russell Wilson when they thought he was going to be doing good, but he's putting up numbers.
It's anyone's game, which I think is why I'm like, okay, well, whatever the Cardinals do, they're still in the game,
They are.
still in the
Wide
race.
open.
Let's see what they all play next week.
We play
Eagles.
Eagles.
Well, I think you guys win that game, but let's look at like the Niners and the Rams and Seahawks.
The 49ers have a couple easy ones.
They play the Panthers.
Yeah, that's an easy
Easy.
dub.
Maybe the Panthers pull through.
Seahawks play the
My
Saints.
boy Baker.
Well, actually, no. I saw that Baker might be getting benched.
Yeah, I think he is.
He's done, and they're gonna start putting in who's the back?
Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold.
They said he's not ready yet to play, so I think Baker gets a week or two still. But I think he's
Wait,
getting
why?
benched.
Why is Sam?
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
Yeah, I think it's his ankle.
I think that the Cardinals and the Niners win their games this week, but I think the Seahawks and the Rams are going to lose.
Who the Rams play?
The Rams play the Dallas Cowboys in
Oh.
LA.
Cooper Rush is undefeated.
Yeah, he is.
Rush, let's
He
go.
is
And then the Seahawks play
so
the Saints
funny.
in New
Seahawks
Orleans.
in New Orleans, but they're 1-3 though. Saints might not have Alvin Kamara starting, which is an elite player for them.
Is Winston ever going to come back? Or I feel like this man's injured every other day.
Yeah,
I feel like every season he's been injured for like more than at least 4 games.
That's a W.
what do you guys
Don't
think about
eat
the
that.
Dolphins with Toa?
Rip.
Do you guys see that?
I saw the memes that occurred after that.
God.
That's to me that's kind of messed
The
up.
medical stuff. Oh,
No,
man.
yeah.
No,
He
it's a
shouldn't have
tragedy.
played on Thursday.
Nope.
Ow.
It's a tragedy.
And it
but-
goes to the doctor's fault too. So
Oh, yeah.
for them to
Absolutely.
clear him within 4 days,
Yeah.
I hope he makes a recovery and then honestly just drops out of the NFL. Because,
that's what they're
dude,
saying.
no, because if he does
Yeah.
recover, like, why chance it going back to that? Like, your chances...
Wasn't he injury prone in college too?
No, he did.
think
He was
so.
he was a solid quarterback
Okay.
in college.
It's just, well, you
It's
know,
just head injuries.
Yeah.
there's already a good chance that when you turn 60, your brain's just going to go to fucking oatmeal anyway. So it's like, why...
Cinnamon.
So I'm just like, yeah, I would say if you can recover correctly, finish the season, and then just dip if you can.
The thing about head injuries is when you have one, the next
continue.
one you get
Exactly.
in a short period of time is likely to be even worse, if not fatal.
Yeah.
So, that was within a span of 2 weeks. He got 2 head injuries. That's why he seized up
Yeah.
and all
It's a
that.
span of like 5 days.
Yeah.
Poor
Poor
and
guy.
for me, I thought that was like. Did you guys see Ryan Shazier's injury like years back?
Yeah.
I thought that's what happened to him. I
That
was
was,
like,
like,
no
career
way.
ending.
I thought that's what happened to Toa, and I was just like, no.
Yep.
I knew it from the get go, and I was
He's
just
been
like,
ruled out for this week, though, so he's fine.
which is good. Which should be so for it to be ruled out.
The memes I did saw was, Tua's been cleared for the second half. Like that's what I saw.
Yep.
Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, like,
Or there was one where it was like Tua and like the post game interview, and it was like this woman. There was like a UFC fighter whose face was all bruised up and she was bloodied. And she's like, "Yeah, so I had a great time."
I saw that one.
I
too.
saw one of like a movie of like a coach asking the doctors like, is he set to play? And he's like, I don't know, coach. And he's like, tell me, is he ready to play? And it just
Oh yeah, it's like he might never walk again.
Yeah.
Like, but can he play?
what can he play? So that's one of the ones I saw, one of the many.
Damn.
Yeah, poor guy.
That's
I
unfortunate.
would recover and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back if anything.
We love you, Tua.
their
Even though you
backup
did
now,
put up
though?
like 42 points against
It's
the Ravens.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater, yeah.
Is it?
That's the backup.
That's not
Teddy
bad.
Two Gloves.
He did pretty solid when he came in to finish the game. Teddy Two Gloves.
Yeah, it was just the game-ending interception he threw.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
With him having two good receivers that are quick, then
Yeah, just the fact that they lost the game. Other than that, it was good.
Can't believe you guys said Teddy Two Gloves.
That's what Paul called him on Sunday. Teddy
that's
Two
what I
Gloves.
used to be called back in elementary because I was quarterback and I wore two gloves.
Two gloves. Teddy Two Gloves.
Teddy Two.
That's funny.
That was a long sports segment. Ooh.
The Bears had fun with the rainy games.
Okay, cool, Gavin. Let's
Well,
get into the
that was
movie
week one,
review.
though, huh?
Let's get into the movie review. Okay. Let's,
So back to the Bears.
So this movie we were supposed to watch was Ip Man, starring my boy Danny.
Donnie.
Donnie.
Danny.
Donnie Yen.
Very great movie.
It's a movie about the guy who trained Bruce Lee.
And what are your initial thoughts, Ethan?
My initial thoughts, it was cool. I liked it. It reminded me of an anime.
It reminded you of an anime.
Anime.
Okay.
Because of the subtitles. No, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Because of the subtitles, I swear. I swear. I turned it on and I was like, is this in English? And it wasn't. Okay.
Oh.
No, it was pretty good. I liked it. It was a nice story.
I'm gonna recommend you this all Spanish movie. It's not an anime, but you will have to read it.
Instructions not included?
Hey, don't shut up. Maybe cry.
No, so I enjoyed it. It was good. I liked the fight sequences in it. It was refreshing from fight scenes you normally see in movies. The overall story was nice. It was very thoughtfully made. Is that the right word? Yeah, it was made with thought.
Yeah, there was some love and passion put into this movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed when, especially the part where he completely dislocates someone's leg from their hip. And
Yeah.
just bends it upward, like.
That's
made
the
me
funny
cringe a
thing with
little.
karate movies. They overdo it on some stuff.
Oh yeah, no. The amount of flair that they had in their movements, where they were jumping up into the air and stuff, it was really well done. But for some reason, despite watching all that, it didn't really take me out of the fight as much as I thought it would. Whereas there's a lot of cliches when it comes to like martial arts movies where they're flying and flipping in the air. It didn't seem like that was a huge aspect of the fights in this
Yeah.
movie.
Like
But
Medallion.
there were some parts that made me eyebrow raise.
Overall, I thought it was well done. I'm typically not a fan of martial arts films in general.
What?
Why not?
Because he's dumb.
I haven't seen a lot. I mean, when you say martial arts film, I'm like, oh, Rush Hour? That's what I think of.
Fuck.
So you
How is
think
that
of
what
like the funny one,
Yeah. I'm like,
Kung Pao.
Kung Pao.
like a more
Kung
serious
Pao. Enter the fucking fist.
Kung Fu Panda.
Jesus. Kung Fu Panda is a good one. Is that classified as a kung fu movie? Is that a martial arts movie?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't
I
think
know it was
so.
just for kids.
No, but
Curse of the
I
Golden
thought it was
Flower.
Good. I thought the
That's a good
story was great. The fight scenes were great.
Yep.
How about the villains, Ethan? What do you think about them?
Reminded me of anime villains. The Japanese, yes. Okay. As an American, just kidding. No, I thought it was great. I like how he's the best, and he knows he's the best, and the audience knows he's the best. Like, he just doesn't lose.
But he's humble.
Exactly. He doesn't lose, but when he wins, like, nothing changes type of thing.
Right.
Until the very end when he does win the fight, but the Japanese are still occupying his home. But him winning that fight allows his people to see that, and like that hypes him up in a way to rebel against the Japanese.
Yeah. When I remember when the movie starts, I think it gives you the year 1935.
1935, yeah.
And immediately I was like, that's not a good time period to get close to. I was like, I didn't know if this was going to jump time periods. I'm like, okay, luckily this is before, certain events started happening. And then it fast forward. I'm like, okay, we're going into that. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised how easy they were able to. I don't know. I felt like they actually downplayed a lot of the brutality Japan did to China during that time. Like, I just felt like, I don't know. I just felt like they made the Japanese, generals and stuff a little too soft for how they would have actually acted during that time period.
Was this movie rated?
And that's what I was thinking. Like, maybe they don't have the budget to just straight up show
Or maybe
all their soldiers like just
maybe it's
murder
also
everybody.
That's
but-
not what the story was about.
Yeah,
either,
I know, I get it. But like, especially at the end there when they're like all pushing against it, I'm like, why aren't the Japanese soldiers just killing them,
Shooting them.
Yeah, like they totally did that. But ultimately, I think it was pretty brave for the movie to take place during that time. But also, like I said before we started recording, this is loosely based off of real events, so that's pretty cool. I imagine
Oh, yeah.
seeing that in real.
Yeah.
I don't know if he actually did a showdown with a Japanese general, in the ring in the
Yeah.
middle of town square. I don't know if that actually happened.
That'd be pretty cool.
But if it did, and you know what? I think it did because there were pictures in the credits.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, if that actually did happen, somebody fact check that for me. If that actually did happen, that's cool as hell.
Pretty
Yeah.
badass.
That's
a-
pretty
Bruce
badass.
Lee was a pretty nasty guy.
Bruce Lee was, yeah. They mentioned him, but only at the end. He's like, oh yeah, Bruce Lee was also a student of this guy. Like, okay.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna drop that on like that. Okay.
Just put it out there,
Yeah. Well, because it was like, oh, he opened up a school, and then one student was Bruce Lee.
Which became one of the biggest known ones.
Yep. But supposedly, from what I've heard, this guy, Ip Man, would whoop the shit out of Bruce Lee, from what I've heard.
Well, yeah, it's the.
Yeah, but I
master.
I want to see that
master.
fight, damn it.
You want to see that fight?
I wanna see that
I'm sorry.
fight.
You'll never see that fight.
I know,
Gavin.
it's
Unless
gone too soon. Rest in peace.
I want to see that fight.
I want to see Bruce Lee versus Tyson.
just
I wanna see
just
Mike
dream
Tyson versus
about it.
Muhammad
Just,
Ali.
just dream about it.
Just all these fights.
Just dream
Dude, you know
about
how
it.
awesome it'd be to have like a simulator that like you would just put on, and it shows you a realistic depiction of how this fight would go down.
Like a whole VR set.
Like a whole view. Oh, that would be so.
Yeah,
cool.
we could use it for Gavin versus Wild.
We could just do that in real life.
Dude, I wanted to,
Just kidding. We're not for animal cruelty. I think I said that like the third one we did.
Yeah, and last week you're like, I don't advocate for domestic violence whatsoever, but I'm completely against it.
And we are going to keep that opinion. We are not for domestic violence or animal cruelty.
And then right after you said that, you're like, but I was wondering, when's he gonna hit this one?
No. I only said that
Said
because
that in
the
a
way
nutshell, yes.
the way because of his character was written. I did not want him to hit the woman, but the way the character was written, it felt like a cop out that he wasn't hitting the woman.
All right. So with Ip Man, what
Fair.
would you rate it?
What would I rate it? I gave it an 82.
Okay, cool. I gave it an 80.
My score's better.
Yes, it is.
Would you watch this again? Let's go some extra credit points. Would you watch
How
this
would I
again?
watch it again? I'd probably watch it again.
When we say watch it again, I mean you sitting down and you go,
And
"I wanna
writing
watch
notes.
Ip-Man."
And
Oh,
writing and
probably
writing
not.
notes.
Really?
And writing notes
Yeah.
like what Gavatron said.
I would not.
About one of his previous.
No, I probably wouldn't go out of my way to watch it again, but if someone was watching it, hey, you want to watch this? Be like, oh, yeah, sure.
And then would you recommend this film?
Ethan,
Yeah,
would you want
I
to
would,
watch it?
Because I like the fight sequences in it.
And
And
then
I like the story. I like Donnie.
there are, three other
4.
ones?
4.
Yeah, there's 4, right?
Yeah.
So I do know one of them, he ends up actually fighting Tyson, I think. I swear I saw Tyson in one of the pictures.
Is that real?
I probably not, actually, now that I think about it. I think that's probably why I wanted to see that fight so much. Because it was just a doctored picture. I do know he fights a boxer from the United States, though.
It wouldn't be my
Does he win?
Well, considering there's 2 other ones, probably.
Do they fight to the death then?
I don't.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's it, man. Gavin gave it Gavin gave it a 82%, and I gave it an 80%. And next week we don't have the movie picked out because me and Gavin didn't discuss that. So I'm gonna pick that one movie, that A24 movie.
Huh?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is the movie for next week. It's an A24 movie. I think it was like their best performing movie. Unfortunately, it is 2 hours and 19 minutes. Shoopers.
Wow.
But it came out this year, and
Who's in it?
Michelle Yeoh, yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis. There we go.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. James Hong. Short Round. Short Round's in it, guys.
No way.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, this guy was. Oh, I knew I recognized him. He was Lopan.
He was Short Round.
No, not short round dum dum. I'm talking about Lopan.
Okay, he was in the Goonies.
I know her.
Yes.
not talking about that one.
So,
She's
what is
the mom from Crazy Rich Asians?
Oh, you like that movie?
She's very beautiful.
Oh, she's very beautiful. The movie is about
Shout out, Lucy.
when an interdimensional rupture unravels reality, an unlikely hero must channel her newfound powers to fight bizarre and bewildering dangers from the multiverse as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. Wow, I did not know that was what it was about.
It's a Marvel movie.
It sounded, that's what it sounded like.
Interesting. So that should be fun to watch.
Both critics and audience score gave it a high score. So
Wow.
high hopes. If that happens, then you know the movie's either terrible or really, really good.
It'll be the first good movie that Ethan's picked.
Hey,
One of.
whoa, whoa!
Hold on, let's go down the line real quick. Which,
Out of
which
how
ones
many?
which ones have you recommended recently? 'Cause
Recently or
Colossal was cringe.
Colossal was cringe. That was an awful movie.
Spiderhead?
I liked Spiderhead.
It was
Spiderhead
okay.
with Thor,
The
right?
Netflix one with
Yeah,
Chris
with Thor.
Hemsworth and Miles Teller.
That was a kind of crazy movie.
I picked it because Top Gun just came out and I like Miles Teller. Let's watch it.
We are digging through our files, folks. Hold on.
I'm pulling up the bad ones. Terminal.
Terminal.
That was Paul.
Yeah, I know. I just want to pick.
Oh yeah, that was Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie. That one was pretty cool.
Ethan picked a Velocipaster.
No,
Actually, I thought that was
Gavin
me.
picked Velocipaster.
Ethan picked it.
How movie was it?
Talking about me picking bad movies, you picked Velocipaster.
That one was
Colossal.
that one was intentionally done because I knew it was bad. I just wanted to see how bad was it.
That's fair. That's a.
I
That's a
knew
fair
it was
one.
going to be bad.
Just wanted to get bad reviews on it.
It's like, how good is this bad movie?
Yep, and it was pretty good.
A good movie
at
can
being
be
bad.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
And a bad movie can be enjoyable.
Oh no, Velocipaster was definitely. I never once felt like this was a waste of time while watching Velocipaster.
There you go. But it wasn't a good movie.
But it wasn't a good movie, no.
All right. My favorite part is when he asked why they call him Frankie the Mermaid.
Okay.
All right, cool. So next week, be sure to watch Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Woo.
Yes. And let's get into the static.
Welcome to the static.
So sports talk ran a little long,
A little bit.
which is fine because sports is good. Doesn't get enough attention on the show.
I know.
And before we get into Gavin versus Wild, just a quick announcement. Last week we mentioned the Bob Ross edit video might be put out this past Sunday. And right after we recorded that...
What video is that?
Let me speak, Damian. Right after we recorded last week's episode and we said that, we were discussing it, and I told Gavin, I'm not really happy with the video 100%, but
I was the one that
I'm
said
going to
that.
post it. Shut up. No, you weren't. I know what I said, and I know how I felt about the video, Gavin.
Gavin,
We're
we
talking
gotta
about
let
the one that we just filmed on Sunday.
No, I'm talking
okay.
about the first one. I was like, nah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gavin, he said we have to let him speak.
And now you just spoiled it. So we re-recorded it on Sunday, and it is currently in the editing process, and hopefully by this following Sunday, you will get Gavin as Bob Ross.
Let's go.
And this time, there was a wig.
Wow.
I didn't like this one.
Afro.
That's what you said about the first one, though.
No, the first one was okay. I didn't like this one, though.
No, that's what you said about the first one.
I'll be the judge of that.
So there's that.
Wow.
Let me see.
Looking
Honestly.
amazing, Gavin.
Beautiful. You look amazing. You look epic.
So
Wow.
Gavin had a
like
blast. I had a
Gavin
blast.
Ross.
It was great.
It looked like Gavin did look like he had a blast on that one.
Gavin
No.
had to put together the easel.
The pre-production for that
Yeah.
one was horrible.
How did the painting come out? Where's the painting?
Oh, it's in there.
I'll be right back.
You don't got to show it.
So you can pull it out and show everyone.
I want to see it.
Everyone, all the two of us. Three of us?
All right, cool. So that's the Bob Ross video. Be on the lookout for that. This is what? Yeah, this is the new one. No, it's a different Bob Ross video.
So that's,
But this one turned out a lot better than his first one.
Oh wow.
I think that one is actually a lot. This one's a way better.
That's what we said. You can tell it at least looks like a landscape.
Yeah, I can actually
Yeah.
tell what it is.
It looks nice, Gavin.
Fuck it up at the end.
It wasn't fucked up.
It's pretty bad. It's hanging up back there. All right. So last week, Gavin took on a rabid raccoon while he was blindfolded,
Oh wow.
and the results came in, and
Oh wow.
and Gavin won 62% to 38%. So congratulations, Gavin. You lived to fight another day.
Wow.
And this week, this is the prompt I have, but we can discuss it and change it up if it needs to be. But I have a drunken or impaired Gavin versus 3 Chihuahuas.
Are you kidding me?
Bless you.
Thank you.
So how should we change that up?
Give me
Wait,
10.
so you said
me 10.
drunken Gavin versus 3 Chihuahuas.
Yeah, I think we need to up the Chihuahua
I think
count.
we do.
Okay, 10 Chihuahuas.
Let's do 10 Chihuahuas.
I like that. So an impaired Gavin versus 10 Chihuahuas.
Because if you look at it, Gavin can just easily kick one of them and
yeah,
just stomp
but 10
on
of them.
I don't think
10
you
of them.
understand how hard I'm going to stomp.
You're also going to be impaired.
I don't know if the drunkenness
And
is a debuff more than it is like an
If
advantage.
anything,
for
yeah,
Gavin.
it's
It's
like,
like-
I'm just
His coordination is
He's
off.
gonna
and
kick him like Justin Tucker.
boom to the streets.
10 Chihuahuas?
10 Chihuahuas is good. I like 10.
I'd say 10.
We're doing 10, then slightly impaired.
No, you're
No, you have to
incredibly
be.
Why do I have to be incredibly
Slammed.
impaired?
because they're Chihuahuas. You should be able to take them easily.
Fine, I'll do 5.
So like in
Chihuahuas.
the ring, somebody brings you like 6 shots and you have to down them all before you fight.
Of tequila.
I'll do 6 Chihuahuas then.
No, you have to do 10.
No,
6 fully impaired or 10 slightly impaired.
nope. You don't make the rules, dude.
So then fine, we'll go back to your original one, 3.
No, it's
No.
10 Chihuahuas, and you're incredibly impaired.
Why do you want to see me lose so much?
You're at the Super Bowl. The Ravens are there. You've just enjoyed very, very a very respectable amount of alcohol. And in the parking lot, 10 Chihuahuas jump you. This is your fight.
I still think I have a good chance.
The Ravens lost, too, so.
Oh, I
And so now,
That's fuel. That's fuel.
and so now he has to
Fire.
drink more.
I definitely win that one.
It's halftime. If you
But
die
Joe Flacco
against
is
these
leading
Chihuahuas,
these Chihuahuas.
Oh no!
Joe Flacco's the leader.
They understand English?
Joe Flacco is fluent in Espanol. All right. So with that being said, Gavin incredibly impaired versus 10 Chihuahuas. Gavin, I would ask you how would you do it, but you're incredibly impaired, so you can't.
He
really
probably wouldn't
make
even
good
remember
reason.
what he did.
Exactly.
That include that, that says that I wake up the next day because I won.
Or
If
you
I don't remember what
wake up
happened.
in prison.
Either way, I win.
What his ankles
In the
all bitten
hospital.
This is a fight to the
Hospital.
death, so either way, that means I win.
That's true.
with a bunch of ankle bites.
Little ankle biter.
I was gonna say if I'm
Shout
if
out,
I-
Lucy.
if I'm just wearing like pants.
What would you wear to the Super Bowl?
I'd wear pants.
You
And a
wear
jersey.
pants? I don't think you'd wear pants.
I wear pants every day.
No, you don't. You wear shorts. Oh, you're wearing pants right now? Yes.
I've worn pants. I haven't worn shorts at all since
You're a liar.
like February.
You're a liar. I have a
That's
picture
a
of you.
lie.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Yeah.
Pants. I also don't like the way my legs look.
Your legs look beautiful.
Thanks, but I don't think so.
Is that Mr.
I think they
Big
are.
Daddy? They're not. They're not something. Oh,
hell you
what
said?
is it? What is it?
You can't come up
What
with
is it?
No.
They're not-
We're not bringing the quote game back. Damn it. That's final.
Why can't we bring the quote game back? Give us one quote. I'll decide it right now.
No.
One quote.
No.
It's all just one.
I've done it.
I'll decide it right now.
Never again.
One time.
I don't know if you listened when we did the quote game. I hope nobody listened when we did the quote game.
They're
'cause it
not
was horrible,
scrawny. They're
Damian.
nice.
What's that from?
It's from Big Daddy. That's what it was. They're not scrawny. They're nice.
Statistically, we had a lot more listeners when we were doing that.
Oh man.
We're averaging like
true.
20 fucking 30 views a video.
Yeah, because I'm really fucking good, but you guys suck.
So that means we need to bring
Wow.
back the quote game.
I'll think about it.
Family Guy.
Oh man.
It's actually cats and dogs, Gavin. Cats and dogs.
Oh, really? I remember, yeah, that part.
I don't know what got into me.
Oh man.
All right. Well, fancy that. So, Gavin versus Wild. Drunken Gavin versus 10 Chihuahuas. Great. Gavin, you have Song of the Week, so go ahead and pull that up while I go through the social media. Oh, Jacob, do you have your factuality? Nope, he's pulling it up. Be sure to check us. Be sure to check us out on all social medias, on Instagram at OEF White Noise, and on YouTube at One Eyed Fits, where we post the podcast there as well as the upcoming Bob Ross video. That's where you'll find it, and all other future videos, including the Old Fashioned podcast, which is coming out soon. We promise it does exist.
Oh my god.
5 episodes have been recorded, so
We're just going for the whole season or what?
probably.
Wow.
So be sure to check that out. Leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, the whole thing. If you do leave a comment, there's a chance it might be read on the next episode, like last week. There's 2 comments, and I'll read both of them. So
Yeah.
the first one is from Brett, friend of the show. Shout out, Brett.
Shout out, Brett.
Last week we talked about the isolation question, and this is what he says. He says, the isolation discussion reminds me of the movie The Immaculate Room. I haven't seen it, but it came out last month, and the trailer looks interesting. Review says it's bad, but I still kind of want to check it out. All right, The Immaculate Room is not the movie of the week, but I will probably check it out, and Paul can do it for homework because we actually are going to lock him in a room for 72 hours.
Are you serious?
We discussed it in detail after last week's episode.
Oh, God.
So we're doing that, and then I watched the Vsauce video, right when we were done recording.
Yeah.
I watched it. It was actually really interesting.
I know.
And oh my
Terrifying.
gosh, yeah, terrifying. I don't think our production value will be
As good.
as good where he's in a isolated white room. When you told the story, I thought he was like in a bedroom or something. No, but
It was like white light.
Wait, so you're
bright
gonna
white
lock someone
light
up
is-
for 72 hours in a room?
yes, our friend Paul, you met him.
Wow.
Met him. But yeah, so he wants to do it because he thinks he can do it. The whole debate started with, can you survive in a room with no items, nothing, you get fed and stuff, lights always on for a year for $1 billion.
So what is he gonna win?
Nothing. He just
Psychosis.
this is 72 hours. All right, it's not a year. He just thinks he thinks he can do it for a year when your mind would break.
Yeah, no, he's not going to be able to do that.
What do you get? Psychosis.
It's in
Good one,
that
Gavin.
in that Vsauce video. He says, scientists say if you spend like more than 3 days in isolation, then you start to like go insane. Which is why I'm going to spend 3 days in isolation. Like that's how he says it.
I'm going to keep it real. I agree. Like when I remember going to school.
No, you should watch that video. I sent it to you. You should watch it.
I am not going to watch it.
Literally, Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Exactly.
I remember going to school during winter break. Remember, I would always text you, like, when are you coming back? And you'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll be there in, like, 2 days. And then that day came, and you're like, yeah, like another 2 or 3 days. Dude, I was going batshit crazy by myself. And I had stuff to do. I was just playing, like, PlayStation and stuff, and I still was, like, just banging my head against the wall the whole day.
That's fun.
I'd play for, like, an hour, and then I'd get done, and then text you. You interrupt me again, I swear to God, I'm going to reach across this fucking table.
Whoa.
Reach under the table. So, with that being said,
Exquisite.
isolation is a funny thing. But what I found really interesting is because since the light's always on,
Shut up.
you can't have that sleep schedule.
Yeah.
So, like, the first night he did sleep, I think, 7 hours. But then he thought it was, like, bedtime again around 2 p.m. and he only slept 4 hours. So he thought he was 2 days in when he hadn't even completed a full day.
Wow.
It was kind of hard to watch, but it was really interesting. And I recommend you guys check it out.
What is it called?
If you just look up Vsauce
Isolation.
you'll be able to find it.
Okay.
And then, Jacob, you have a factuality for us?
Yes, this is going to be Jakey in space, not Gavin in space. Not space time with Gavin.
Doubleheader.
So this here says the sun accounts for 99.86% of mass in the solar system. Again, 99.86%.
The sun?
of mass.
That's a
in the
huge
solar
bitch.
system.
It's a lot of mass.
That is a lot of mass.
So 109 Earths.
Look at that
Earths
mass.
side by side to match the diameter of the sun. 109 Earths for like the length of the diameter. And it would take, supposedly, 1.3 million planets the size of Earth to fill up the sun.
Now, how big is that compared to Texas?
Oh my God. Approximately 22.3 million.
Okay.
Texases. Texi.
It's crazy.
Texi. Texi. Texases.
Texas
Texas.
Texi.
Texas.
The second
Texas
comment
is-
I was going to read is from Paul,
Good.
and this is about the isolation thing. And this is why he's not winning anything if he's locked in there for 3 days. He said, okay, so looking back on the question, I changed my answer. I would absolutely do it. $1 billion is life-changing money. I'd find a way, and if you say no, you might as well do it because you're already crazy as hell for turning that kind of money down.
That is kind of true.
Nope.
The whole thing was, if I can leave at any time, yeah, I would do it. I'd try it. But if I sign away, like, yes, I'm going to be locked in here and, like, no matter what.
And you can't
No,
leave.
I'd go insane. I'd probably find a way to kill myself.
Oh my god!
Eventually, when your mind goes too crazy.
Just put your face to a corner just to suffocate.
Am I allowed to have a Bible in the room?
That would change everything.
I
Jacob.
make it.
That would change everything.
I make it easy.
That's why it's like even
Actually, if
even
you
a
read it
notebook
every
and a
day-
pencil.
What are you gonna Book of Eli it? Just recite the whole thing, just from memory.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
He's gonna come out saying it out of his head without even like
a
having
good
to
movie.
read it.
Just read the Bible.
That was a good movie. That ending got me.
Me too.
I was like, ooh. I was like, no way.
I think I'm gonna have to watch this now.
You haven't seen Book of Eli?
Oh, the Book of Eli. Yes, I have. I thought you guys were talking about that insane movie stuff.
Oh, isolation. Oh,
It's a great video.
yeah.
Just Vsauce isolation. That's how I found it.
Exactly.
All right, Gavin, Gavy Wavy, Gavi, Guzzle God, Gargle God,
Gargle.
Shut up! You already messed up the name.
Gargle God,
Glizzy Guggler.
Glizzy Guggler. Damn, we're
that a
ruining
name?
Wow.
Glizzy Guggler. That's what next week's gonna be.
So
You
it looks
already
like
used
so
it,
it looks
so you
like I
can't use
can't
it
eat
next week.
I didn't use it for the opening.
Nope. You already used it.
You got a song of the week for us?
I do. It's gonna be "Rocket" by Def Leppard.
Okay. Rocket by Def Leppard.
Leppard. Damn, you
Rock-
just can't speak today, can you?
No. Rocket by Def Leppard. Go and check that out. And Damian,
Yeah.
got anything you want to share before we close out?
Thanks for being here.
Go
Of
Cardinals.
course. Hey,
Go Cardinals.
Cardinals.
thank you guys for having me, though.
Well, it's been great having you. It's nice to have you. You work next door, so I saw you all the time.
I know. My brother literally was like, he first started working there, and he's like, hey, you know who's next door? And I was like, who? He's like, Ethan. And I was like, no way. So it just blew my mind. And
The quarterback.
You gonna do me like that, guy? Damn.
What? You were a
so-
quarterback.
It's so rough.
that's a little too.
Oh my god. A quarterback that couldn't see over his O line.
No, you're thinking of Kyler Murray.
Skill issue.
Oh,
Skill issue.
skill issue.
You got to throw off some passes, didn't you?
No, I never threw a pass in a game.
Oh, well, you didn't practice.
Yes, in practice I did.
On practice.
There you go.
I bet you would
Threw
have
more
been better
passes
than
than I
Josh
did, even.
Rosen, though.
I probably would have been
Josh
better than
Rosen.
Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen's 6'4", though.
Yeah,
But that doesn't
why
prove
does he suck
anything.
so much?
Lucky
It
bastard.
doesn't prove anything.
Just kidding, Josh. Love you.
What?
I don't love you, Josh.
Josh listens. Josh Rosen listens.
Josh listens to this.
Josh Rosen, yeah. What?
He doesn't believe it.
So why did you do that?
Oh,
Were you thinking about other Josh?
I think I was.
Josh?
Which Josh?
Josh Allen is what he was thinking.
Oh,
He does not listen to this.
the Jags?
Yeah.
He's too famous for us.
Jaguars?
Josh. What?
The Josh Allen from the Jaguars.
The DN, right? The
Yeah,
defensive
the one
end?
that intercepted
Yeah,
Josh
that's-
Allen last season.
Oh, I was like,
The real Josh Allen.
The real Josh
Huh?
Allen.
too many Joshes.
Yeah, there is.
Josh Norman. All right, with that being said, appreciate you guys for joining us. Damian, thank you for coming
Thank-
on.
thank
We'll
you for
definitely
having
have you
me.
on in the future.
Of course. Just like
Gavin, thank you for coming.
Anytime.
Jacob, thank you for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Love when you guys come. And
Exquisite. Oh, exquisite.
be sure to tune in next week for next week's episode. Right now, we have to,
You're gonna set the Chihuahua fight.
we have to, and we have to go look at Gavin's nice legs.